Well, we're talking about the book Holding the Rope, which is published by William Carey Library Books. And it's a book that was based on my experience in short-term missions. I was hired as an intern at Grace Community Church to do short-term missions. I knew nothing about short-term missions. I'd been on an STM trip, as we call it, short-term ministry trip, and I was not qualified to go. I didn't know what I was talking about. There weren't a lot of books for me to learn about the subject, so I just went to the Bible and figured out, are there short-term missions in the Bible? What can we learn about that from the Bible? And I saw that Paul's pattern of ministry really falls into that category, where he would go for a few Sabbaths here and there and teach and minister to the locals and encourage others, and the expenses that were involved. And so I began to piece together a theology, a biblical theology of short-term missions, and I would use that to train the team leaders and select the team leaders and the teams. At Grace Community Church, we sent out about 120 of these short-term missionaries every year to countries all over the world. And being the director, I got to pick which team I wanted to be on and lead, and so I went and traveled to many different countries and saw firsthand how things went well and things went badly. Sometimes a short-term trip can really do long-term damage. And so I would talk to the missionaries and find out, well, what's best for them. And then now that I live in South Africa and have received teams from the States, I've seen it from the other point of view as well. And I wanted to put together really a manual for people that go on short-term missions to understand biblically the biblical theology of it, to understand practically how to choose a team and assemble the team. You don't pick people who are just willing, but also people who are able. You really want the cream of the crop. You always focus on the missionary as the main goal is whatever the missionary wants, not whatever's going to look best in your PowerPoint presentation, not whatever's going to make people cry when they see pictures of babies with flies in their noses and that kind of thing. No, you want to do what is going to give God the most glory and help the missionary on the field. So the book is really a biblical theology. It's also a practical manual of how to choose teams and equip teams and what to do on the field and relationship issues, that kind of thing as well. Of course, it's filled with a number of stories of funny things that happen to us on trips. And I really hope that it becomes a useful textbook for people that are choosing teams, training teams, and going on missions. And hopefully the missionaries will be the ones that benefit the most.